discovery solves a great problem, but there is a grain of discovery in the solution of any problem. George Polyan. Every problem is an opportunity for insight. The journey matters as much as the result. The joy of looking and comprehending is nature's most beautiful gift. Albert Einstein. Understanding brings fulfillment. Math helps us unwrap nature's deepest gifts. In mathematics, beauty is not a luxury, it's a compass. Michael Audia. Paraphrased, beauty guides mathematical truth. Aesthetic elegance reveals correctness. Mathematics is the art of giving the same name to different things. Henri Poincaré. Unifying diverse ideas under one concept is math's great power. It is through geometry that one purifies the soul. Plato geometry, in Plato's view, disciplines thought and uplifts the spirit. The longer mathematics lives, the more abstract, and therefore the more practical, it becomes. Eric Temple Bell. Abstraction leads to generalization, which in turn fuels practical application. Mathematics is not about numbers, equations, computations, or algorithms. It is about understanding. William Paul Thurston. Math is a quest for deep comprehension, not just procedures. Nature is an infinite sphere of which the center is everywhere and the circumference nowhere. Blaise Pascal. Infinity surrounds us. Math helps us conceptualize what seems boundless. The infinite. No other question has ever moved so profoundly the spirit of man. David Hilbert. Infinity captures imagination and fuels the grandest mathematical dreams. All of mathematics is just a language we created to describe patterns. Max Tegmark. Paraphrased, math is the syntax of the universe, our code to describe its design. Go down deep enough into anything and you will find mathematics. Dean Schlichter. Every field has a mathematical foundation. It is the root of all science. Every formula which expresses a law of nature is a hymn of praise to God. Maria Gaetana Agnesi. Math glorifies the divine by articulating nature's harmony. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. Albert Einstein. Mathematics, like poetry, distills abstract thought into elegant expressions. Einstein saw math.
So the question is 11 base 2 squared, which means 11 base 3 times 11 base 2. So I just multiply with 10 once again. This is your man 11. And so we need to done because the whole thing use calculator to one examination question. And your answer is come back to Montana 1. This is your man and 1. 1 is to which is how to use calculator to one examination, right? So we look at the second question. The second question says that find the difference. Now the mass content that 3 B1 is present for the exam that is A. So this is a calculator can solve most of the work. And you don't have to say that matching Y or hand to A. If you don't know how to do the just very comment, you end up at learning. Different means subtraction. Please this we have videos made for those who are preparing for exam, those who are preparing to write theory, those who are preparing to no, right, which means whatever you are typing here is base name. Okay, click the equal sign. Let's get with the first question and the number basis. Now you see this is so that number basis. So we look down to some questions and the indices also you have to solve them. It's a long process, right? So let's do that into and your answer is what? Now 32 to C. Now this same method can be used for almost all the number basis questions you encounter. Now let's look at some indices questions. So the first indices question here is say that solve 2 exponent root of 2x plus 1, which is equal to 32. You first have to get your calculator. Let's clear this, and now we are going out of the number basis. So I just click on the mode, and then 1 is gone. See the symbol here now is D. So type in the equation as seen in the question. So you have 2 exponents root of 2x. So you see where your x is. So you first have to press alpha and then this symbol. So looking at the color, alpha is red in nature and the x is also red. If you tell that I'll press alpha. If I was looking for a different value, like solve. You see solve, the color in this one, shift are different. So it means you press shift and solve. But here I'm looking for X and the color is red, so I'll press alpha, which is also red. So alpha this, and the X is there for you. Plus 1. Now click the arrow to bring your cursor down like this. It is equal to, so the equal sign is red, so we'll press alpha and this to get the equal sign. You see that difference now. 32. Now I've gotten this, you solve the equation by pressing shift and solve, looking at the color here and the color at the shift. So shift, solve, then press the equal sign. Your answer is what? 12. So the correct answer here is D. So simple as that. So the correct answer is D. The next question is, if 16 times 2 exponent x plus 1 is equal to 4 exponent x times 8 exponent 1 minus x, find the value of x. So this is very long when you are solving it. Alright, so we are going to use the calculator to deal with that. So I've gotten my calculator, clear this, and type the question in as you see. You have 16 times 2 exponent x, so alpha is plus 1 and close the bracket. The right arrow key to bring your key down. So which is equal to, so alpha calc, then you get the equal sign. 4 exponent x multiplying by 8 exponent 1 minus x, and you close the bracket, right? So you need to cross check if everything you have put is correct. You can use the arrow key to do that. After doing that, just come and solve the equation by pressing shift and solve, which is a calc. Need one. So the first when you click the solve, the answer you see here is not the correct answer because that is the one, the previous one you have calculated is 12. So therefore I press the equal sign. After clicking the solve, the shift and solve, you press the equal sign to now get your answer, which is minus 1 for this question. Until you have come to this interface, then your answer is not yet gotten. So the 12 wasn't in this interface. So here the correct answer is what? Negative 1, which is D. It is D. Now, question number 4. Evaluate 0.064 all exponent negative 1 on 3. Right? So here I get the calculator. Clear this by pressing PC, or I can type 0.064, close the bracket, which is exponent minus 1 all on, so just press the division sign here, all on 3, then equal sign. So the answer is 5, 2. So this one, because there's not an equal sign, you don't have to press the shift and solve. You just press your equal sign here, and your answer is there. That is 5 over 2, which is D. 5 over 2. Now question 4. Solve 8 exponent x minus 2 equal to 4 exponent 3x. With that, let this and type the question in as you have seen. So 8 exponent x, so alpha x minus 2. Use the right arrow key to bring the cursor down. Calc, you get the equal sign. Alright? 4 exponent 3 x. Then, because there's an equal sign, we are solving for x, so that I have to use the solve symbol. So shift and solve. and your answer is -2. So the correct answer here is B, -2. Please, if this is your first time of hitting my channel, don't forget to give me a like, a subscribe, and more to the point, hit the notification bell. So when I release any other new video, you will not be left out. This is the end of the video, and please, I have released some books on Amazon. One of them is Mastering Your Mathematics. You can go there and get it. I'll put the link to the book in the description. You can go and buy for yourself. And there's another book which is titled The Genius Within. The Genius Within. It's a storybook, but it helps you come out with your potential. Again, the link will put in the description. Again, you can go and buy it for yourself. The items I'm using for this recording is the tripod stand, my microphone, and other things. The links will be kept in the description, so you can also go and get them for yourself. Thank you, and have a nice day. Hello, and welcome back once again. This is Aman Alam. In today's tutorial, we are going to dive into the limits of a function using the calculator. These simple tricks are going to help us in our examination. Those of us who are preparing for exam, the GRE exam, BEC, WAEC, or any entrance exam you want to write. The questions are set in such a way that you can use calculator to solve most of them. And the time allocated alone will tell you that you have to use calculator, because we have a loaded sum of questions with just 2 hours or 1 hour 30 minutes, which tell you that the questions are being meant for you to use calculator to solve them, and not all of them you have to calculate manually. So this video is going to help us to use the calculator to solve most of the questions. So let's get into it and go on. Alright? So the first question we have is that evaluate the limit x exponent 3 minus 1 all over x minus 1 as x approaches 1. X is approaching 1. What is the behavior of this value of x? We can just key inside that in the calculator by using what? The limit symbol. But one thing you should know is that the value here, when you are keying in your limit, you should choose a value close to x, to 1, or any value beyond 1 but closer to 1. So let the less and after, but it should not be 1. If it is 1, then this function becomes undefined. So that is why it is what? Limit. That is why it is called limit. Now, all you have to do is to key this function into the calculator. First of all, you press the fraction symbol, and now you type x by pressing alpha x cube minus 1. Then the denominator is x minus 1. Okay, after you have done this, you press the calc. Then it will ask you for the value of x. Now we are saying that the value of x approaches 1 but can never be 1. So I can use 0.9999999, so which is approaching 1 but it is not what? 1. Okay, then you press the equal sign, which means the correct answer here is 3. Now let's use the calc, and we use the 1, then you see the difference. So if I use 1, it will tell you what? Undefined mass error, which means when x is 1, then you have the denominator being 0, and any number divided by 0 is undefined. Alright, so it gives you mass error. That is why you don't have to use the number exactly here, but use a number closer to it. So use the 0.99999, or use a value after that. So you can have 1.0000, which means it is a value also, and you press the equal sign, and the answer is still what? 3. So you verify both sides to see if your answer is correct. So the correct answer here is 3. C. We go ahead to the next one. Evaluate the limit as x approaches 2 of this value. So you get 8 x alpha x squared minus 7x all divided by x squared minus 4. Then you click on the calc, that's calculate. Then it's asking for the value of what? X. X approaches 2. So when x is 2, then the whole function becomes undefined. But you put a value that is close to 2. So I can have 99999. So which means it's a value more closer to what? 2, but it's not exactly 2. And you press the equal sign, which your correct answer is -3/4, which is C. -3/4. C is the correct answer. So we can put a value after that and you still see. So let me calculate, and I'll put 2.000000, any value at all, but it's still close to 2, and you press the equal sign, you are still going to get the same value. When this is done, then you know actually that your answer is correct, which is C. Now the third one, evaluate the limit 4 minus the root of x squared plus 7. So you key in the function minus x squared all on 4 squared plus 7. Then you click on x, question mark. Now we are saying that the value of x is approaching 3, but it's not. So we can have 2.999993. When it's 3, I said again, the function becomes undefined. So which means your answer here is 7.99999, right? Which is approximately a certain figure, right? Then you can use the above, that is 3.0000001, and we see it's also 6 points, so break it down, which is 8.0011. So here you are not getting an exact value, but all the two answers are gearing towards what? 8, which is A. So if you are not getting more clear number of zeros or number of, so if I put the ask for x, so I'm picking a value closer to 3, so 2.9999999, more closer. You see that? So I have 2.99999, right? And the answer is 8. So let's see how many 9s do we put there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of them. And the correct answer is what? 8. So once you don't put the exact number of values more closer to it, but you will be able to approximate to 0.9999, which means around 8. And when we pick the one that is above, it's also around what? 8. Alright, which means your correct answer is 8. Now the last question is saying that we should evaluate, wow, this long one. So we have bracket between x plus 3 multiplying 2x, and you close the bracket, all on x squared plus 3x minus 2. Then you calculate x, where x is approaching -1, if 0.999, and your correct answer is saying that 1.5. 1.5 approximately is 3/2, which is B, 3/2. Then we can pick a value above -1 and see if you got the same answer. So come to calc, they're asking for the value of x, so I can put -1.00000001. and you still have the same value as 1.5, which is the same thing. So your correct answer here is B. Please, if this is your first time of hitting my channel, do me a favor by subscribing, hit the notification bell so that when I release any other new video, you know the next out. And please, I have released a book on Amazon titled Mastering Your Mathematics. The link to the book will be in the description. You can go and get it for yourself. And there's another one that is titled The Genius Within. The Genius Within. The Genius Within, whichever way you want to pronounce it. The book is a story book, a fiction story book, but it helps you to bring out your inner self, your potential, to unlock your own power and potential. So please, you can go and get them. And the things I'm using for the recording will be put in the description as well, so you can go and get them for yourself. Thank you and have a nice time. Hi, if you have been struggling with mathematics in your examination, your time has been beating you. You have never finished your mathematics exam. I'm going to teach you a trick that you can use your scientific ES Plus calculator to solve almost all the questions in your mathematics examination in the exam hall. Hi, I am Alam, your mathematics teacher in Alam's Math Academy. In this tutorial, we are going to dive deeper into how to use calculator in our examination, that is mathematics examination. So without wasting my time, let's get into the video. So here we have some past questions, and the first question states that express 7, 5, 8, 8 to 3 significant figures. So we have been given this to express the 3 significant figures, and it's a past question in 1993. So I have my calculator here already. So all you have to do is to key this into the calculator, alright, and then you are good to go. So I'm going to key it in 7, 5, 8, 8, 2. And you press the equal sign. So here is the question that we have keyed inside. So all you have to do now is to use the signs mode of the calculator to be able to determine if this is in the 3 significant figures. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. So you press shift and then mode. You can see 7 here, signs. So you press 7. Then you may want to choose the number of significant figures that says to convert to. So I'm going to choose 3 significant figures. So, and this is what it has given you, 7.59. So which means that our figure is going to end 9. Ignore the point, but focus on here. And the exponent here means the number of digits after the decimal point. So we have, after the decimal point, we have 1, 2, and the other 2 zeros. And there are other 2 zeros that will be here, that will make it what? 4. So therefore, your answer is going to be 75900, which is the option C. So you are going to use these tricks to be able to solve almost all the questions. 6.4 times 10 exponent negative 2 by 8.5 times 10 exponent 4, and leave your answer in the standard form. So this is what we refer to as the standard form. And each of the figures here is 3, right? 5.44, which are 3 figures. So this is what you have to do. You use the signs calculator, press shift and mode. Then you're using the signs, that is the standard form, 7. And you choose which digits the answers should be left in. So here it is 1, 2, 3. All of them are 3, so you choose 3. So it's ranging from 0 to 9. I can pick 3. Now I go straight away to point the figure inside. So I have 6.4 times 10 exponent negative 2. Use the arrow key to move your cursor down. Then this is multiplying by 8.5 times 10 exponent 4. And you press the equal sign. So So your answer here is 5.44 times 10 exponent 3, which is the option B. So you see that's so easy. Now let's look at the third one. The third one does not demand you to use calculator, but it's simply to just answer it if you understand the concept. It says that which of the following is or are rational. When we talk about rational numbers, they are numbers that can be expressed in a ratio form or in a fraction form. So the opposite is the irrational numbers. They cannot be expressed in their ratio form or in the fractional form. Now when you look at the I here, 2 is rational, but root of 3 is not rational. All roots are irrational numbers except perfect root or perfect squares. The perfect root or perfect squares, they are rational. Apart from that, all irrational numbers are root. Let's put it that way. So the II, so this makes it not a rational number. This also, the 9 is a rational number because it's a perfect square. When we take the root of 9, we have 3. 1/6 is a fraction, but we said a rational number can be expressed in fractions, so it is correct. And then 7 is also a rational number, so it means II is correct. II is a rational number. Then the III, let's see. It is saying that x lies between -3 and 8. Now, what happened is that between -3 and 8, there are a lot of numbers that falls inside there, and they can be irrational numbers that falls inside there. So this also not qualified to be a rational numbers because this set contains irrational numbers. Therefore, the answer is only II, which is B. The next one is question 4. If P is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, which means P. So here it also doesn't demand you to use what? The calculator. But what you have to do is to be able to understand what a set is and what even numbers are to be able to draw conclusion to this. So the A says that the set of even numbers, it is true, that's partly true, because the set of even numbers, but not all even numbers, because it does not include 12, 14. When we talk about the even numbers, it starts from 2 up to infinity. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, up to infinity. This set is limited, it is up to 10, so A is nullified. Now when we come to B, it says that the set of even numbers less than 12. Yes, so you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12 is not there, so it means these are even numbers, but they are less than 12. It is true. So which means that is our possible answer. The C says that the set of all positive integers divisible by 2. Look at this, all divisible by 2. But it is not all the integers that are inside this. We only have 2 to 10. There are a lot of integers that are not inside here, or positive integers that are not inside here. So C is also nullified. The D, the set of all positive integers less than 12. When we talk about the positive